Well, the Kansas City police chief being criticized for his latest blog over public safety and marijuana. He cited a drug trafficking report showing an increase in homicides in 3 states where recreational marijuana use is legal. He says local detectives went to Denver to talk with police to prepare for the legalization of medical marijuana in Missouri. Chief Rick Smith noted 10 of our homicides this year are related to marijuana, including a double homicide September 10th. But not everyone in the community agrees with those claims. In a story you only see right here, 41 Action News reporter Sarah Plake talked with others who say the numbers don't really reflect the entire picture.
We have 10 homicides so far this year that we can say a predominant contributing factor was marijuana. For methamphetamine, there's only 3, heroin, 0.
Timothy Gillio says maybe the crowd full of marijuana advocates shouldn't have laughed at the Kansas City Police Department's claim that marijuana leads to people dying, but says it's still comical.
The idea that people will kill people because of marijuana is ludicrous.
It was a meeting to consider decriminalizing possession of 100 grams of marijuana, and afterward, Chief Rick Smith penned a blog post connecting marijuana to increased violent crime rates. Smith cites a study funded by the Office of National Drug Control Policy, a component of the president's office, that says crime in Colorado, Washington, and Oregon all went up since legalizing recreational marijuana. In Colorado, homicides increased by 41% since 2012. However, the study says the homicide rate in the country as a whole also increased by 41%.
They were referring to the murder rate in Kansas City. Well, Kansas City needs to take responsibility for its own murder rate. It doesn't have anything to do with cannabis. What about the crack and the cocaine and the heroin and the fentanyl and all these things?
According to FBI stats, Kansas City's violent crime spiked from 5,506 incidents in 2010 to 7,915 incidents in 2016, and decriminalization wasn't even in motion then. The crime rate in Colorado, for example, was higher in 2005 through 2007 before recreational than it was in 2017.
There's so much information online to wade through, and we want to make sure it's right there in their faces that you can see.
Clay Stallings runs The Evolution, a monthly magazine that focuses on cannabis-related issues. He says people need to go outside the police department to educate themselves.
It's a big part of what we're trying to do as a publication, to push that effort, not only to do that, but to get people out of jail that are still there watching from behind bars, how the society in general is changing their views on cannabis.
Smith and the study say there is no proof that marijuana leads to more violent crime, but Smith says the correlation is undeniable.
It's people like that, they're continuing that stigma talk.
Sarah Plake, 41 Action News.